Exactly, but it's not hip hop.
Yeah.
It's not hip hop. That's why everything's contextual, right? Yeah. It's the contextual part that is the exploited part. They were like, that's too much for the audience. Let's not overwhelm them. Yeah, I just mentioned a movie called Karate Kid, where they broke down the history of like karate, because they did. Then you had like good solid characters, and it's like they went through a tournament, and then like, yeah, there was like the crane kicks fake, but everything else was good about that movie. Why didn't they make anything like that for us? Because the writer was actually a karate practitioner. If you know, the writer of Karate Kid actually practiced karate, so he did actually his history. So when he wrote the script,
we need more producers and writers that come from a breaking background.
Exactly. That's my point. Most of these people aren't, though. Do you know what I mean? Most of these people aren't. That's the problem. All right. So we got next. We're gonna go to.
So these are
what the closest thing to Hollywood that gave a good representation of breaking, even though it's still Hollywood, right? Is this battle that I'm about to show right now? Okay.
Give us some good, man. Give us some good.
Give us some good. I'm going to give you some good. And put the copyright down because copyright. There we go. If you guys don't know what this is, you guys are lost. It's Beat Street, obviously. And Beat Street was a Hollywood version of Wild Style, which was produced by Fab Five Freddy, who was a hip-hop guy. They just, Harry Belafonte Jr. basically said, all right, let's take that essence and then let's make it into a movie. It's right here. This is the truest thing. How it goes down, too.
Yeah, give us some names.
Shit.
Who are you seeing right now, bro? Who are you seeing?
We're seeing Rocksteady versus New York City Breakers.
Who from Rocksteady? Give me some names.
I'm gonna drop the names as they go, okay?
All right.
This is how a battle usually starts. Like, this is the essence. They're now the way they're dressed is a little bit more expensive than what they can afford, but the essence of what it is. First up, Power for Pexter, New York City Breakers, originally Flowmasters.
Does this predate Bloods and Crips or what?
Yeah. Yep. Predates. Look at that. You saw where they were at Windmills in 1982. Now you see them at 1984. And the thing is, they actually battled. This was an actual battle. Baby Love. Shout out to Baby Love. With the Baby Love steps. We call that, you know, they used to call them salsa steps, but we call it Baby Loves to a W. Come on, bro. Look at that. Look at those, man. Now he's the one that's out of pocket. Like, they didn't have him. Mr. Wave, right? That's where the whole breakdancing is. But shout out to Mr. Wave. But then, of course, Devious Doze right here. Like, yo, I'm going to burn you. Okay, Lee's an actor. He actually learned breaking because of this movie. So he learned how to do that. He's actually an actor, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
But the whole essence of a club, you know, they're at a club or a gym.
Yo, that girl's from Commando. You remember that movie?
Yeah. That's Chong's daughter.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. Ken Swift, Kenny. With the deck.
Yeah. That move right there, that bird.
Yeah. Donkey kicks.
Wow.
This is before Kenny's groin was hurt, so he could still do windmills. For real, I swear. Like, you know. Action. Chino. First coin drop we ever saw, right? Like, that was a coin drop. Like, oh shit. Look how clean, bro. Like, direction. You know what I'm saying? Buck four. Bucky, Buck 4. This is what I'm saying. This is the closest to the essence, and this is not choreographed. They were just like, pretend you guys are battling, how would it be? But the thing is, the camera was on, they're like, we need to show them up. So it was actually like, the vibe was still a battle. Look at those. Like, that doesn't happen in a battle? Devious Doze, bro, with the sailor shit. Boom, 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 boom. Chris cuts. Let me look this way. Let me look that way. Where are you at? I can't see you. So Flip Rock from the 7 Deadly Sins. Look at, talk about body mechanics, right?
Yeah, no, they're staying under themselves. Yeah, they're moving really good.
Dude.
And like what you said about the windmills too, man. These guys are unlocking different ways to kind of turn and generate force.
Yeah.
Body.
So this is what I'm saying. Like, you know, when you see crazy legs. So when you see Skillroy, you really do see this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You see this foundation for sure. Like the way he moves, you know what I mean? Like everything. Right? From the steps. And remember, this is before they even knew it was 6-step. They didn't know the term 6-step. They didn't know the term 3-step. They're just moving. Little Lep from the Bronx, 7 Deadly Sins.
Oh.
Yeah. Kuriaki. See what I'm saying? Like you tell anyone that does hip hop today, they will refer to this battle. All right.
Look at that concept right there.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, man, with the track. Kid Nice.
Oh, the knee holds.
Yeah.
Tight, man.
Kuriaki, man. We gotta watch these windmills real quick, and then we'll cut this.
You ever battle in a club, bro, like this?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, for sure. And that's what I'm saying. It's the essence. Head spin to footwork.
I wonder what you were battling to. What kind of song, bro? Was it like
hip hop?
R. Kelly or what?
No, not even.
Okay.
All right. Boom and freeze. All right, cool. All right, dope. Okay. So I would say that was the closest to the essence of what breaking was. That was a Hollywood movie.
And they all got paid, right?
Huh?
They all got paid?
Yeah, they got paid. Now, as much as they should have, I don't know. You know what I mean? Maybe they got regular fee, but the whole thing is that was like the closest of. So we talked about the good. This is the good, right? That's incredible. The good, the bad. You know, the Weibo shit and breaking and that stuff, and the ugly with the fashion, right? The 80s fashion, the Weibo Deli Weibo fashion. So, but like I said, we want to end it. Like, there's another clip of, you know, obviously we're gonna keep it moving. Well, actually, let's watch that clip. We could talk while that clip is going on. So this is another thing that was aired on PBS called Style Wars. And in Style Wars, they gave the essence, man. They gave the essence because it was a documentary. You know what I mean? Even though this guy's popping, like so if you see this,
Muhammad and 808 Breakers.
Yeah, man. Shout. So look at this. Like, this is the essence, right? This is like what happened, how it was. And the thing is, it's just like, this was a battle. Maybe this wasn't a battle. And don't get it twisted. Ciphers weren't the way that a lot of the Florida cats say it was. It was more like this. Everyone's sitting down and watching.
Oh, yeah. It was definitely sitting there. Oh, I don't know what's going on there, but.
Yeah, Spider. Look at Frosty.
Oh, that was Frosty?
Yeah, that was Frosty. But look, see what I'm saying? They're not necessarily in the cipher. They're just on the side doing their thing. Kippy. Shout out to Kip. Huh?
Looking like Humpty.
That was Kippy. Kip.
Digital Wonder.
But yeah, so this is more the essence. Look, like interview style, Eddie, Lenny Lynn. They learned this from the West Coast though. They're watching the West Coast guys, but notice they're not in the same cipher. They're just kind of doing their own thing, vibing in their own thing.
What do you think about the style here? Good, bad, or ugly?
Ugly. I gotta be real.
I guess.
But look at the shoes though. Take, shout out to Take. Rest in peace, Take. But yeah, so what you saw right there was like a good representation because it's the best way that breaking is captured is more in documentary style. You know what I'm saying? Like in documentary style, because like you get to know the people. It's not just the moves, but it's the people behind the moves. Not in a glorified way. There's a way to do it. Like they did it in Rocky. Like Sylvester Stallone, but Sylvester Stallone wrote Rocky. He knew what he wanted. A lot of these people that made breaking, they just threw something together and put a camera in front of these guys that are doing flips and head spins.
Storytelling, man. That's how we were able to connect and buy into something, an idea, an art, culture. You know what I mean? Yeah. So they're trying to put stories to it, and it usually what it seems like the common theme is somebody from the outside. They're being pulled into their street culture, and it's a fish out water story. But then again, like Karate Kid was that. But again,
the guy who wrote Karate Kid practiced karate. When Sylvester Stallone wrote Rocky, he knew what he was looking for. He knew that he wanted to like set a movie that is like kind of pushing the limits of someone's like, you know, like wanting to win or wanting to be respected, right? Apollo Creed versus Rocky. We haven't necessarily had that because all the writers are B-boys or B-girls, so they don't know how to write. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna sort this out real quick. So you're pulling in Rocky, you're pulling in Karate Kid. The formula, loosely, I know there's other elements about it. Is there's somebody with a problem or a challenge, right? Which is the Karate Kid, Rocky, but they have a mentor. They have somebody that provides a solution and helps guide them, right?
Yeah.
So in any of these movies, how can you kind of fit that formula into it? Maybe that can help
any of these movies. Okay, now we're talking about like screenwriting, right? Screenwriting 101 is to set up the environment and set up the culture. And that's the thing that they don't do a lot. Like, you know, they didn't know it was still being written. And at the same time, the writers didn't care about that. So for instance, Wild Style, which is like a movie that Fab Five Freddy produced, he was a hip hop guy, wasn't the best writer, but he still set up like, hey, this is a graffiti writer. He's trying to make it. So Beat Street was that. That wasn't too bad of a story. You know what I mean? It's just they got actors that were like not. You could tell they're not from the Bronx. You could tell that they're actors, right? And that's another thing. Like, get good actors, you're gonna get good results, right? So,
do you think any of these B-boys, these real B-boys in there, do you think they sell out? Do you think there's an element of selling out
in these movies?
In the 80s movies, yeah, the breaksploitation.
You know, they didn't know better. So they're just getting paid. They didn't know that because the problem was that it became a trend. It became the floss dance. Who does a floss dance anymore? No kids do the floss dance.
Well, it's a lot more, breaking is a lot more in you know, depthful than that. And more than
no, but that's how it was treated. That's what happened. That's how it died. See, that's what I'm saying. You weren't around when it died. I remember I did a turtle when I was in 4th grade, and they're like, ew, why are you doing that old shit? See what I'm saying? Like, it died. Like, it moved on. It was considered a fad.
At that point, I need my boy doing jackhammers and crickets, right?
Yeah.
I did the same thing, so.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, why are you doing that? That's old. Why don't you do the Running Man? Yo, this is Shadow Rock and PROFOWON.
And this is Jasoul.
And you're watching the Gearheads Breakcast. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell at the top for notifications, and follow us on Instagram at Gearheads Breakcast. Peace, y'all.
Peace.